IBC 2019 ad Amsterdam, benvenuti in questa bellissima città in occasione di questa fiera, una delle più importanti del mondo per il settore audio video broadcast. Adcom è presente come ogni anno con un team di esperti che cercherà di mettere alla luce queste novità che si preannunciano molto interessanti. Vediamo subito qualcosa di molto succoso da parte di alcuni marchi molto grossi come Sony, Canon, eccetera, 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 e magari qualche outsider che ha da proporci qualcosa di veramente interessante. Eccoci alla booth della Sigma, qui all'IBC 2019, siamo qui con Brian. Brian, thanks for having us.
Thank you. I'm glad to help you and get a little information about the FP.
Yeah, thank you. So, questa è la nuova Sigma FP, che è una camera full frame, come vedete, minuscola. So, tell us something about this camera as much as you can.
So this is, as of today, the world's smallest full frame camera.
We can see that.
Yes, it's incredibly small, lightweight. It's an interesting hybrid camera. The idea behind it is to allow you to kind of to take the camera and build it out or use it in any which way you want to possibly build it. So it's a very almost like modular design where if you want to shoot stills, you can put a grip on it, you can add a flash socket, but if you want to shoot cine, we can dig in and, we can shoot, Cinema DNG 12-bit RAW, we can do internal 8-bit RAW,
What about externally?
Externally, that's the 12-bit Cinema DNG, so
Nice.
444.
Nice.
So
I see this is a full frame sensor with an L mount.
correct. It's an L mount, so part of the L mount alliance with Leica and Panasonic. The beauty of a mirrorless camera, if you want to shoot Canon lenses or old Nikon lenses or whatever with the right adapter, we can throw it on there and just use it. One of the products we just announced is, I'm going to set this right there, is this little thing right here in between. It's a PL adapter for L mount, so you can put your PL lenses right on there. Big and sturdy. This configuration is actually pretty cool.
That's really interesting. So you have new lenses also that coming up, and they are incredible.
Yes.
So tell me if I'm wrong. So this is a full frame. We said 12-bit internal, external,
Yes.
and Cinema DNG internal.
Cinema DNG internal 8-bit.
8-bit. All right.
External 12-bit.
Okay, so we have a microphone input, mini jack, micro HDMI as an output, and then I see one slot SD for SD cards.
Correct.
What else? What about battery? Proprietary battery.
Yeah, no, it's the same battery. I don't remember the number, but it shares a battery with Panasonic.
Oh, okay.
So it's if you got good eyes and you know your battery.
This is it's a Panasonic one.
Yeah, it's very similar. It's the same. You can interchangeable. So common battery. Other things are you have dedicated modes on the top. So if you want to shoot stills, the menu system changes for stills. You flip it over to cine, and it's in cine terms. You get shutter angle, we get waveforms and things like that in there that you don't necessarily use as a still camera. So kind of quickly, you're digging through like a Panasonic or a Sony, and everything's all lumped together. So you're digging through the menus, and it's menu upon menu on menu.
The menu is incredibly simple, and I liked it. I just gave a quick look at it, and it was incredibly simple. So what else can we say about that?
The menu system So one of the other cool features about this is the way I have this camera rigged out right now. It's we have it set up as a director's viewfinder, so I can set it to mimic an Alexa Mini. And it's going to give me frame lines with that and the same dimensions, and I can put my lens on there, and I can easily see for a director's viewfinder, what we're going to get. You can pre-scout, you can throw some different lenses to get an idea and feel for your shot without having to use a much more expensive optical director's viewfinder.
Do you know the dynamic range of this camera, roughly?
Roughly, I think it's 12 stops.
Hi, welcome to IBC 2019. I'm here with Paolo from Photonia. And can you tell me something about the product?
Yes, sure. We have our range of Fresnel lights updated in the model year 2020 that we are introducing here.
Really good.
Thanks. And in comparison with the previous version, we have an updated firmware which is more intuitive than before, a quite straightforward user interface where you can access with only one level of depth all of the functions. And moreover, in order to have an even more silent shooting, we have 5 different fan management modes which allow you to give priority to the power rather than to the silence, for instance, or get a constant speed of the fan, even though it's very silent itself.
All right, and is it already used in some productions? Can you tell me something about that, how that went?
Yes, of course. The first production, important production that we made with Filippo Chiesa was My Name is Nawang, a story about the Tibetan man. And this year with Chekon, we did Agile and Mighty, which was a production, a very colorful production, like 80s style, in which the potential of the chromos were unleashed. In fact, this is the first COB RGB White fixture on the market, and we're very proud of it. It's 500 watts overall, 100 watt per channels, and we have RGB tungsten white and daylight white, which you can mix however you like with this DMX style interface.
So that's really special.
That's quite special because it's quite unique in its market. There's the integrated ballast, there's the aluminum rugged casing, the borosilicate glass Fresnel, the 360 rotatable barn door, and of course the battery input. So I can plug out the AC, and now we're running on battery, for instance, with the blue shape solution, but you can also use just two of your V-mount batteries with a dual plate provided by us, which is quite affordable, and you'll go on the move with your light, which is 8 kilogram.
That's really handy.
It's quite handy, of course. So it's good both for filmmaking, production, location, shooting, on the move, and both for a studio or for a fixed location, for a set, you know.
Yeah, I understand. And so the IBC show, have you already met some nice contacts? How is it so far for you?
Yes, the quality of the contacts here is very high because you just don't have individual persons interested in, but we are expanding our sales network with dealers, with distributors, and our presence in Europe and also beyond.
Yes. So, and what is your dream, like your ultimate goal with your company?
Well, my ultimate goal in life is to be happy, of course.
Yes, very important.
But regarding Photonia, I think that in the next year or 2 years, the efficiency of the LED system and their ability to match the sunlight in terms of richness of the spectrum is going to be higher and higher with time. So we'll be able to raise the power, raise the intensity year over year, upgrading our products and introducing new products. This means that I think discharge lamps, bulbs, don't make sense almost anymore in the market. When you can have such power from 500 watt LED, which is equivalent to 1200 watts in HMI, it does not make sense to have a ballast. It does not make sense to have a bulb that needs to be changed every 1,000 hours. Our LEDs last from 30 to 50 plus thousand hours, let's say. And everything is integrated, it's lightweight, and we're on the black body locus, so there's no magenta, no green cast, and so on, and it is stable with the passing of time as well.
Really cool. Well, thank you so much, and I wish you a really good show.
Siamo nello stand di Rotolight, che è un marchio che abbiamo cominciato a trattare recentemente, che produce dei pannelli LED veramente performanti e veramente di qualità. Alcuni di questi pannelli sono usati adesso nel mondo broadcast di alta fascia e abbiamo qui Rod che ci illustrerà veramente il loro prodotto titanico, non per nulla si chiama proprio Titan. So hi Rod, thanks for having us. Please introduce us to this Titanic product in terms of size, but especially in terms of quality.
Thank you very much. So this is the Rotolight Titan X2. It's a very, very exciting product because it's a real revolution in LED soft light. Firstly, it's the brightest 2x1 panel ever launched. So it's around 60% more powerful than the Arri S60, around 100% more powerful than the Gemini 2x1. And the way we're achieving that is using state-of-the-art RGB WW technology, which allows us to achieve beautiful skin tones very, very accurately, but also very rich RGB colors. So, you get a full spectrum light depending on any creative filters you may want to use. As you may notice here, instead of having a small 1" by 1" display, which you would see normally, you have a beautiful touchscreen interface, very, very fast for me to control everything from white balance to green magenta. I can go into RGB modes, filters.
Everything looks very straightforward.
Very straightforward. I think the idea is, you shouldn't need to use the manual. You should be on the set and you should be in seconds. Okay, I want to have a special effect. Sure, we go into special effects. I want to have a filter. No problem. And then you can save your favorite settings to presets. You can also save that to a USB stick. So if you have multiple different gaffers, you can save the settings to the stick and come back later. So very intuitive, very fast, very responsive.
Okay. We're going to shoot some video later with the other perspective on the other side, obviously. I just wanted to ask, in terms of noise.
So the product is using completely silent fans. So in fact, it's on right now. You can't hear anything inside. But if someone was very sensitive to the audio, which we understand it can be a problem, then you can go into the system page and actually you can completely turn off the fans, or you can control how you want the operation to be. If you prefer no fans at all, it's fine. You can also control the fans over DMX as well, so if it's mounted in the truss situation. But there is one very special feature inside.
Another one.
Another one. This one is called SmartSoft, and it is the first time in a LED studio light where you can control electronically the diffusion, the focus, and the spread. So you can, right on the back here, we have diffusion. And now if I turn the power off, you can see on the front of the panel, we have the ability to completely change from completely diffused to completely clear. And what it's doing is changing the beam angle of the lamp from 60 degrees to 150. And it's almost like having two lamps in one. You have the very soft lamp for maybe grateful news or this kind of situation. Or you can have a harder light source, and you don't need to have to change the diffusers or to have giant softboxes. Of course, if you want the softbox, we have that too. But this one eliminates completely the need to change the diffusion, and it's a really revolutionary technology.
The effect is just amazing. So you were saying DMX. Is there another way to control it, maybe remotely?
That's right. So we have actually the latest Lumen radio wireless DMX module built inside the lamp and the Bluetooth. So you could use popular apps like Luminaire. We also will have our own app coming in Q1. Or you can use a wireless DMX like something like this nice Gaffer's control unit. And I can wirelessly change everything from diffusion to color, everything I like.
That's impressive. So the possible applications for this light?
Yeah, so I think for the cine, also feature film, filmmakers, DOPs, then also, of course, for news, for ENG, and also we're finding professional photographers who appreciate the quality, the ability to change the colors, so maybe automotive photographers, but also portrait, fashion photographers. If you're looking for the best in possible terms of light quality and control and saving time, this is a great solution.
Obviously. So this is definitely good for fixed installation, but probably it's not that bad on the go, right?
Absolutely, and you can use batteries, so you can use either two-way or four-way. And we even have a rain cover, so you can use in torrential rain conditions, no problem.
Okay, thanks a lot.